Okie doke. Hello, folks, and thanks for tuning in. We're on Game 3 of the Winter Matchplay in Milton Keynes, England. It's one of the major tournaments of the year and has attracted a good field. My name's Colin Northmore. I'm a player from the northeast of England. I've just played in the World Championships and had a great time there. I got as high as 7th place. But that's enough about me, and Game 3 is between Wayne Kelly and Austin Shin. I believe Austin is the number 2 seed here, and I have been told that Jessica's mother, Diane Pretezi, beat Austin by over 100 points in the last game, which is good for Diane, but not Austin. So I think with me talking, I've missed a change. Wayne had a very valley opening rack, and it would appear changed 4 of those, and now has a rack of A, G, E, U, A, P, and managed to pick up a blank. Austin's got a very heavy rack. He's played Father, F-A-V-A, and with a keeper, B-O-N. So Austin has got 20 points on the board. There are some 5 vowel 8-letter words, which Wayne must be close to here. He's got 4 vowels on his rack, but I don't think it would be through an F, A, or V, which are the only tiles available to play through. Jeff, I can't see the board. Can you show us it? Thank you. So Wayne has got P-A-G-E-A-U blank. Wayne changed A-I-O-U the first rack and got a little better, but still predominantly vowel heavy rack for second go. Quackle is saying Guava is the best play for Wayne, and he's in fact played it. Have a sort of nice rack lever P-E blank. So Wayne scores 11 points for that. Austin has got Booney. I'm not sure if Booney is only good with an S on the end in the boonies, which is like the outback, whatever. So Austin's got Booney plus N. There's a G, so there's a small possibility of a 8-letter word ending in ing. If Austin had a R instead of a B, it would be Roneoing, R-O-N-E-O-ing, which is a sort of kind of photocopy type thing. But Austin's got a B, not an R, so we've got to live with that. Austin's got a slightly vowel heavy rack. To solve this, maybe such as Boon, B-O-O-N, to the right of Guava at the top. It's not an ideal play, but oh gosh. It looks like Austin's played the best play, which is a double-double, which I'm not sure if I'd have seen. I'll say I wouldn't have. I get 32 points, which is an excellent play, which you'd expect from Austin. Wayne's got nice tiles. He's got P-A-T-T-E blank R. believe septate is good. Yeah, the blank finesse septate is good, which means having a septum. So that could be played either pluralizing ionogen or pluralizing whether father takes an S, whether it's father and farvum. I'm certain. It would go on the end of guava. Wayne has played. Wayne's played palette, P-A blank L, E-T-T-E, to the top left of ionogen, putting a P between triples and taking a 37-point lead. There were several bonuses playable. I'd say Wayne's was coming out at, say, second or third best according to Quackle. My septate was slightly below that, but still decent. So Austin's got a record B-R-I-Y-E-E-Q. First thing Austin would be looking for is to play off his Q for decent points. If not, scoring as many as he can without the Q. Such as B-E-Y under T-O making toy, with Y being on the triple letter twice. Nothing's jumping out on me to score well with a Q. Being a hardened boozer, I can see beery, B-E-E-R-Y, which is an adjective. That would be played on top of the right hand side of ionogen, but I'd say B-E-Y would be much better making toy, which would score 33 points, I believe, with a rack leave of Q-I-R-E. I don't believe you can have berry like a bear, B-E-A-R-Y. I'd say not. My B-E-Y is the second best move according to Cockle. Ribeye, as in a steak's the best, which would be the same spot I've just said. But a few more points and making it more restricted for the triple lane. Austin's got too many. Oh, sorry. Wayne's got too many vowels here. He's got audio plus ES. Audio doesn't take ES. Looking for a playthrough. There's Dulias, but the BEY gets in the way of that to make the hook. It would make IBEY instead of OBEY. I can see Austin's got a very nice pickup, having given himself a rack leave of QIRE. He's got UTE, which is quieter. A best play for Wayne according to Cockle is adipose, but is using the S. It appears Wayne has played DOUP, taking out the triple column. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I was having a minor coughing fit. But I did see Austin's both bonuses of quieter or requite. And before I die, I can see Austin's played really quiet on top of the EN at the top of the board. Wayne's got a vowel rack again. It's just one too many vowels. He's close to, such as satiate if he had one less vowel. But he's got duplicate A's, duplicate E's, IST. I'd go for 100% that there's no bonus here. Wayne's obviously looking to score decently while leaving a strong rack, because we all know that with Austin Shin, scoring never stops, and he's got an 83-point lead at this moment in early stages of the game. So sort of Wayne's closest, such as eateries, but he's just a little out. I really don't think there's going to be any high scoring plays, and that unless Wayne pluralizes requite and scores points there, there's not a lot on offer, but Wayne may wish to rack balance with such as AIA or playing duplicate A's and E's to maybe on the top left AE and DAOE, which is quite awful, but it's more points than changing. But that would take out one of the sort of bonus lanes, but to be fair, there's many bonus lanes on this board as we stand. If Wayne scores many more than 11 points here, the best score is ASEA making requites, but Wayne probably has chosen to keep his E. He's played the AIA under the F of father, keeping the board open everywhere and having a strong rack leave of my former passion golf, TEES, what you hit the ball off a T's. So Austin has got a 73-point lead, but a fairly awful rack, which will mean his will stop temporarily. Austin has got DIIILNT. It's handy here knowing vowel dumps with two I's, NIDI, and requited was shown as the best play by Crackle, which solves the problem somewhat. Austin's played NITID on the middle left triple, scoring quite reasonably with 24 points with a rack leave of LI, so his rack was tidied up very much so, but he appears to have picked up more I's. Anyway, Wayne's got a 97-point deficit. With his rack leave of TEES, he picked up MTD. It's a bit awkward for a bonus here, obviously, such as smettered isn't a word. It's close to like demissed, etc. It looks a bit too awkward for it to be a bonus. No doubt Quackle's suggested moves are good. High moves are maybe something like MED and requited. Maybe one of them, unless I'm missing the obvious, which I don't think so. Playing such as MED would open up the triple at the top and leave duplicate T's, and duplicates of anything aren't really recommended. MED is in fact Quackle's best suggested play with a 41.4 valuation, and Wayne has played that. So the gap closes to 67 in Austin's favour. Wayne's got a rack leave of Test, T-E-S-T, and will be hoping for a decent pickup. Whereas Austin rack balanced quite nicely last move to keep a rack of L-I, a rack leave. Having played off 2 I's, but picking up 2 more I's and an L-N-A. So Austin will be unamused at the moment, although he has got a bit of a lead, a 67-point lead. I was going to say, is Lima a word in the top corner, but I know that's the capital city of Peru, so it may not be a word. Austin will be looking, if able to play off at least 2 I's and an L to balance his rack again, even though he'll think he deserves better for balancing the last time. I've heard Austin's declared his score of 24 with a nice play of Annie Mai in the top corner through the M of Med. Clearing his rack up again, leaving ILL. And picking up CGOJ. He's got Jill on his rack, which is valid, and J on a triple play. And there's like Jillaroo, Jackaroo and Jillaroo. Anyway, Austin's got a 91-point lead, and we're back over to Wayne. If there was a floating I in the right place, Wayne would have Mothiest being the most mothy. I'm sure that's good. Mothia is good, so Mothiest is good. But the I of Knighted is slightly in the wrong place for this. Yes, simple plays like just playing a H on the triple letter on the top right middle quadrant, making UHEH, which is 26 points, which there will be worse plays available. It will keep quite a strong rack. The top player recommended is MHO on 2J. That's making MU above requited and AHI. Wayne's done my first suggestion and just done EH and UH for 26 points. Keeping a strong rack lead on picking up an N, so now having MOTTNES. Which, while we're looking at Austin's rack, Wayne will be looking to maximise. As I say, Austin has got Jill, Jill, which would play under the DA to make DAL and JB on a triple letter. That would be 20 to 28, 30 points, I believe. And would leave a rack leave of COG, which isn't terrible, but Austin will be looking for an even better play than that. And I think that may be about the best available with this given rack and board. I was nearly there. The best play is the same spot, but using an O instead of an I for Joel. I believe Joel being a verb to have a good time. The second play is quite cool. It will be playing from the I of knighted for illogic from the I. There's only one I left unseen to Austin and 4 O's, which gives the reasoning for Joel rather than Jill in this case, if that's Austin's choice. Some players may just take J-O-E on the top middle triple, but that would be 30 points, but it's not sort of sorting one's rack out. We're in streaming and commentating heaven here at Milton Keynes with good internet access. Jessica and myself were doing it from Grantham last week, and the internet access was so poor. But touch wood, at the moment it's excellent. So we're coming out live to you. I don't know how many are watching and listening to us, but hope there's quite a few, because there's good games on offer. And to come, there's 6 more games today and then 8 tomorrow. If you think you can do a better job at me commentating, then get in touch with Jessica, because I'm playing a tournament in Middlesbrough tomorrow, so we need a commentator for tomorrow, whether that's one all day, or if you're available for 2 or 3 games, that would be great, especially if there's any sort of expert Grandmaster standard players out there with time available. So that was a public service announcement in between moves for Quizzical on Twitch TV. I'm sure Austin's such a great player that he can spot the illogic from the eye of knitted, but the Joel would be the best play. Austin's taking quite a lot of time over this move, but it's his time to do as he pleases, and as I said before, there's no point having 10 or 15 minutes left at the end of the game if it's meant you've rushed your plays and not played the optimal move that you could have played if you had taken just that little bit longer. Austin's declared 24, which means he has played illogic, which is a very nice move. He's kept the J but cleared his rack. And Wayne's challenging illogic here, but we know from Quackle that it's valid. It will just mean another 5 points for Austin. It's a good move by Austin. He's cleared a lot of rubbish really from his rack, keeping just a J, and it's not really given anything away at the bottom middle corner. There's sort of C's blocking and high scoring triple plays where there'd just be like 3 or 4 letters. So Austin's excuse me, Austin's excellent is the 94 points for that. Wayne could do with something like excuse me, a floating R for torments with his rack. If you had a double M instead of double T, you'd have comments to make a remark from the C of illogic. I can't see a bonus. I'm not saying that there's not, but I haven't quite got the same word knowledge as your Austin and your Brett, but I do my best and do pretty well, I'd say. So at times like this, Jessica's helping out with showing what Quackle tells me is the best move, tells us. Wayne's played pretty quickly. I hear he's played 22 MOT and MOTT were some of the words. Wayne's played MOT under DA, making Dam 23 points. It's the best move according to Quackle with a very strong rack leave of TENS. So Austin's still got a sort of bingo-ish lead of 71 points, and it is his turn. And along with his J, he's picked up OUK, which goes after the J, and LRS. Austin's played quickly here with Jouks. I did, when I said the letters, I did see Jouks. He's just played through the O of illogic and pluralised it to score very nicely indeed. With a rack leave of LOR, which is quite nice. But has had a bit of a horrid pick-up, picking 3 more R's to make 4 R's and a W. Austin's got a very healthy lead of 117 points, but may take a while to clear up his rubbish on his rack if he doesn't consider a change necessary in the next go. But we're back over to Wayne, and Wayne had a strong rack leave of SENT and picked up SPX. So Wayne's got a problem with just one vowel. Quackle spotted the very nice best plays of expats through the A of palette in the top left-hand corner, which, if Wayne sees it, and he has, he's declared 59. It's a very nice play, clearing a lot of consonants as well and scoring very highly, keeping a rack leave of SN, closing the gap considerably to 58, so halving the gap. And Wayne will be hoping to have a much better pick-up than Austin has had, even though obviously Wayne cannot see Austin's tiles. What to do for Austin with LORRRR, that's 4 R's, and the W. A lot of people would be tempted to change a lot of tiles here. There are scores such as WO making OXO in the top corner, or using 2 R's for arrow from the A of father. They do score, but they still leave an awkward rack. The arrow would leave 2 R's and an L. The WO would leave 4 R's and an L, although scoring 5, 6, 7, 15, 19, 22 points. The valuation of a rack leave, I wouldn't like to know of LRRR. It leaves a valuation of minus 1.6, so after the score of 20 odd, the leave valuation must be about minus 23 for those who are into these kinds of things. So the play of arrow, although it scores 12 points, has a positive valuation of 6.7. So that means the rack leave of LRR is worth minus 5.3. I'll try not to talk such technical mumbo jumbo much more, as I'll turn off some of our 250 viewers. But the best moves suggested are either exchanging every letter or keeping the OR, and exchanging every letter is the best move by a valuation of approximately 2 points. Top players only change when absolutely necessary, but there's a good chance that Austin might change 5 or 7 tiles here, or may play arrow and score 12 with a rack leave of L or R. I believe Austin's changed 6. I guess he's probably kept an R. It's stronger than an O, and because there were 4 R's on his rack, there was 1 more left, but keeping 1 R seems quite sensible. If Wayne had a second door instead of an E, he'd have convoys here as a word, but has got CONVYES. Conveys. Yes, I'm sure conveys is good too. Communicate something or pass something over, to convey. Again, there's one thing, seen a word, there's a secondary being able to find somewhere to play it. And this is why knowing hooks are so important. The top move is envoys on H10, that's down to the triple. And Wayne has indeed played this to close the gap to 4 points. As I say, Wayne had conveys on his rack, and the anagram I've just seen is covines, COVYNES, which is a conspiracy amongst people, but on this occasion none of those were playable. Wayne has picked up a blank and got a strong rack now, but Austin, also after changing 6 letters and keeping R, has a strong rack himself and is likely to bonus here. He's got herding, HERDING is his rack. Herding was a word in its own right, but wasn't playable. It takes an S to pluralise it, but the S was in the wrong place. And Austin's got a nice find from an A on the board, making adhering. So Austin's back to an 80-point lead. Wayne's got my shortened version of my name, COL, Col, RRE blank. But there's restricted placings on the board to play if there is a bonus. There'd be words like, if it's valid, recolour or colourer, being the American spelling with no U in it. Would take a brilliant move to play through disjointed tiles such as the O and I, Y and N, or S and G at the bottom of the board. And the other potential bingo route is from the E of requited. There are 4 7-letter bonuses with this rack, although it would appear that none of them are playable. I said 2 of them, Recolour and Colourer. The other 2 are blank for U for Co-Ruler and blank for A for Caroller, which I believe would be someone singing carols at Christmas. Unless, as I say, there's a fancy 9 through disconnected tiles, then there's no bonuses. There's definitely no 8 beginning with the E of requited. Quackle's top play is... Alright. There's a fancy one through the O and I, which is Colorizer, which is a blank for a Z. C-O-L R on the board, sorry, C-O-L, the O on the board, R, I on the board, then blank for Z-E-R. Both players are grandmasters, so there's a chance that they may see them. And Colorizer is also playable with the blank for an S, as well as the blank for a Z. If Wayne gets this, he deserves a big pat on the back. And I can hear he's declared 14, which is Ricer in the bottom left of the board through the I of Logic. So he's actually played try CR onto the Y of Envoys. Wayne's kept himself a strong rack leave of R-O-L-E blank and picked up L-S. There are bonuses with that rack. It's not his turn and the board is rather limited. Although Wayne will be using his time wisely while Austin's making his play to try to tease out probably an 8-letter word or 2, 4, 6, 7, or potentially a 9-letter word beginning with D-E in the top left-hand corner. Anyway, Austin has a 66-point lead. He has a rack of F-E-W-R-A-Z-R. A nice easy one is Grazer in the bottom right-hand corner, using both R's and the Z for 51 points, I believe. It's a quite nice return. If Austin's got plenty of time, he'll be looking for something even better than that 51 points. There's only 3 tiles in the bag also, and Austin's got a 6-point lead. So playing Grazer would give him a 117-point lead, but would empty the bag and just have 5 tiles on Austin's rack. And Austin won't want to be in a position where he allows Wayne to bonus out and catch himself, Austin, with big points on his rack to throw the game away. So for that reason, none of the top plays in Quackle suggest Grazer. They're all using only 2 tiles so as not to empty the bag to maximise Austin's chances of winning the game. So the top move is H1, the top middle triple W-E-E. This is because it takes out a possible 9-letter word beginning with D-E for a triple, which would be the biggest points available. And the only other bingo lanes are starting with an S, pluralising ionogen, or beginning with the E of requited, but that wouldn't be a high-scoring play for Wayne if he was able to get one, because it would involve no double word. And a bigger scoring point would be an 8-letter word beginning with T, but with S as the 3rd letter. So Quackle has shown its top about 15 moves as all using 2-letter plays, scoring between 12 and 30 points. and they're all 100% win rates. One using high tiles is at 13A in the bottom corner, playing through the I of a logic, making FIZ. And the other one, like I say, the top move is taking the possible 9-letter word out by playing WEE at the top. Austin's played EZ after the R of adhering. I guess the logic in this is to complicate any potential scoring by Wayne even more, to stop like a 9-letter word potentially through the V and the R, which Austin's achieved by taking it out basically. So Austin's got a 90-point lead. There are one tile in the bag. Wayne has got a strong rack of ROLLE_S, but is not likely to score enough to win the game. If there was any crazy words like D rollers in the top left-hand corner, although that won't be a word, it would be scoring quite highly, but not highly enough. Austin's got Farrow, FARROW, with a second W, which means that the tile in the bag is a B. So if Wayne can't play a bingo here, he could play one letter off and hope to go out with a bingo, but that wouldn't be enough in my eyes. So Wayne's dug deep onto his 2-letter knowledge and his film knowledge and has played law, LA and LA. So Wayne's picked the B. Austin's got an 86-point lead with a rack of Farrow, W. So Austin just needs to stay safe here, not put a letter in between a triple lane. And potentially there's like AROW under the Z of res making arrow, but there'd be a chance that Wayne would go out with a triple to win the game with, I can't quite see it, but it would be words such as blousier, blowers, but Wayne would need an 8-letter word with a W in the right position, and Austin's not going to give him that opportunity to do that. It could be WO on the top left-hand corner, making Jew and Oxo. It scores fairly decently. It's not one of the top 10 moves. OF on 4L. 4L. Under required to making TO and EF. For 19 is shown as the best move, but nearly any move except anything reckless is going to ensure that Austin wins this game. If Wayne is able to play out depending on where Austin plays, then Austin's going to have a fair number of points to count on his rack. So in that case, Austin's scoring as many, which would include using as many of his heavy tiles, his W's and F. It's going to ensure a win. Sounds like Austin has declared 27 points. He's had a nice play of WOWF at the top of the board, making Wren, the bird, WREN. So Austin's got a 113-point lead. Quackle's already told us there's only 2 bingos playable, both from the E of requited, being earlobes or erasable. And if Wayne plays one of them, it's a nice play, but not quite to take the game. So Wayne indeed has played erasable. Austin's got a few tiles on his rack, R, A, R, count. And Austin has won the game 440 to 393. In that game, scoring didn't stop. It was quite a high-scoring game with a few nice moves. My personal pick was I Honor Jun, only 32 points, but it was a double-double. And having a good rack clearance and a logic by Austin was another very nice play, clearing his rack. Wayne put up a good fight, but especially with such as his expats for 59 and Palette gave him every chance, but not quite this game. I believe that the players are having a mini lunch break and checking in their rooms, so I believe we'll see you at 3:15 next.